stay. Strings glimmer like a fragile tear, drawing every heartbeat closer here. The rhythm moves in a trembling glow, folding broken echoes into something slow. Even when the dark begins to press, your echo softens every heaviness. Moon pulse drifting quietly through the sky, lifting all the weight I never learned to tie. Even when the memories start to fly, hope remains a shadow I can't deny. Moon pulse drifting quietly through the rain. Softly stitching pieces back again. Some nights bloom gently in the ache, teaching hearts which pieces not to break. Moon pulse drifting quietly, still there. Neon drips slowly down the window glass, echoing the nights we used to let pass. Faint hum lightly in a fragile line, tracing all the pieces I pretended were fine. But even in the stillness where shadows hide, there's a trembling warmth that won't leave shimmer on cold glass. Moments of a memory I wished would last. Synth swells drift in the trembling glow, holding every detail only hearts can know. And though the silence feels too wide, I still feel you standing at my side. Pixels on a silver window fall, tracing soft reminders of what we recall. Even when the night builds a darker wall, your warmth keeps breaking through it all. Echoes on a silver window stay, guiding me gently through the gray, through the gray. familiar beats. Smeeds hum low like a distant plea, tracing shadows where your warmth used to be. But even in the drift where endings cling, I feel the flutter of a fragile wing. Glass wings in the quiet, holding on, shining through the dusk, though the light is gone. Even in the dark where the fears belong, something in their glow keeps me strong. Glass wings in the quiet, faint but true, guiding every step that leads me back to you. Guitars tremble bright in a silver sweep, pulling hidden memories up from deep. The drum machine pulses a steady line, lifting every bruise that I called mine. Even when the weight becomes too real, your echo turns the broken into something I can Glass wings in the quiet, holding on, shining through the dust, though the light is gone. Even in the dark where the fears belong, something in their glow keeps me strong. Glass wings in the quiet, faint but true, guiding every step that leads me back to you. Some wings don't shatter when the nights fall cold. They rise even when they're made of gold. Glass wings in the quiet, still beating. City lights blur in a violet haze, tracing quiet cracks through forgotten days. Soft pads rising like a hidden bloom, breathing tiny colors in the quiet gloom. And in the drift where broken nights collide, a gentle Paper